Top of the morning to you. So here's the deal. I've decided that it's sometimes the only time that you're going to get me is when I'm in my car. I get why people do this, is because it's truly at times the only time that you have a quiet moment, that you're by yourself, and that no one can disturb you, because no one knows where I am right now. So that's amazing. And so here's what I've decided. I can do a quick message to all of you, something that's in my heart, in my head, something that I'm thinking about that I want to get to you. So let's do this. I'm ready. So it's Monday morning, and this past Friday with my team, I spoke about Dr. Carolyn Leaf's message that I heard at LeaderCast this year in Atlanta. Amazing. I'm in love with this woman. Go check her out, drcarolynleaf.com, I believe, something like that. Just Google it, get me close. And I love, so you got to realize that she's a neuroscientist, a doctor. And she studies the mind and the brain, which is so important. It's what's driving us. It's what's determining how we feel, how we act, what we choose, what we do. So if we can get control of the mind, everything changes. Everything changes. So she talked about there's a difference between your mind and your brain. The brain's like the squishy part. The mind is that really controls everything that you think, feel, and choose. Did you hear that? Your mind decides what you think, then what you feel, and then based on those two things, what you choose in life. So for example, if you're having an awesome day and you're thinking it's going to be an amazing Monday, I'm going to slay dragons, I'm going to absolutely make it rain today. So then you feel like $1 million. You probably look like $1 million too, by the way, because you've been putting that in there since you woke up this morning. And then you start choosing things that are in line with that. You start producing at a high level. You start saying yes to all sorts of great things. You nail that presentation. And it's because, in my opinion, of how, and Dr. Leaf's, how you started your day. It starts with what you think, because then whatever you think is how you feel, and then you choose. Or how about this? You wake up and you think, God damn, it's Monday. This sucks. I don't want to do this. I'm tired. I want to lay in bed all day. I want to get on Netflix again. I want to eat potato chips. I don't want to do anything. This is hard. Okay, so if you think that, then you start feeling crummy. You start feeling extra tired. You start looking extra tired. You start, you dress differently. You really don't do your hair, whatever. You don't shower. You're like, screw it. It's Monday. I don't have enough energy to do this. And then the rest of your day follows with your choices. You don't get your stuff done on time. You don't get anything done on your checklist. You're behind on your emails. People are wondering why you're late to your meetings. And because it's kind of this domino effect. What you think, then you feel, which then presents itself, in my opinion, and then what you're choosing can totally tell, can totally reflect on your day, right? Because probably on the other Monday when you, like I said, when you felt amazing and you could do anything and you were ready for the day and you were blessed and excited it was Monday, you probably ate a salad that day for lunch, right? Because you were feeling like $1 million, you're looking like $1 million, you're only going to put good fuel in this workhorse. How about the crappy day? How about the Monday that you said, this sucks, I'm not in? Did you probably maybe you ate like a Big Mac? Maybe you ate Krispy Kremes for lunch. I don't know. It could happen. But think about this. I make light of this, but I'm telling you, there is nothing light about this. This will determine your life, your success, your daily, weekly, monthly, yearly choices. And they start stacking up. She talks about, and I love this, she talks about having a raincoat. And so this invisible raincoat that you put on every single morning. And it goes like this. So in the morning, whatever you need, and we'll put a slide or a download, a link for you on the different types of mindset she goes through. It's like, do you put on a positive mindset, a giving mindset, a resilient mindset, a growth mindset? And there's a huge list. So for whatever you need that day, that's the raincoat that you're going to put on in the morning. But I'm telling you this now. There's no raincoat that says put on a crappy attitude, a negative attitude, a Debbie Downer attitude and start your day. Nobody is looking for that. So I always use the example of Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning. If you know me, you know that that's one of my all-time favorite reads. And it's because this man is showing us that no matter what happens to us, the only thing that matters is what we decide and choose to think about in our mind. You think about this man, Viktor Frankl, was put in the Nazi camps. And his entire family was killed. His home, his title, all of his awards, right? He's a national award-winning scholar and author and doctor. Everything was taken from him. His head was shaved. He was put in a uniform, striped pajamas. He was lost, 70, 80 pounds. I don't even know. He was literally tortured and beaten and starved for years. So this man came out of it, and this is what he had to say. It was his mind. It was that they could never get to his mind because he chose what he thought, right? What he was thinking all day long, what he was feeling. Even though all these exterior things were happening to him, he still chose differently. You think, you feel, you choose. He chose to help people. He chose to give out love. He chose to stay strong. He chose to keep fighting, to keep believing. That's what I want you to realize, that sometimes when you have events and hard things and bad days come at you, and negative people and angry people and bad situations and bad events, do not let them take over. Remember, you decide. If I could leave you with one message, I would tell you that you decide, you choose, not them, not the event, not the things happening to you. So when you tell me, well, Rhonda, you don't understand, this happened to me. No. I completely understand that those things happen to you. And I have empathy for you, and I have love for you, and I understand. But what I am most concerned about is what you're thinking about, what you're feeling, and what you're choosing. And are those good news? Are they helping you or hurting you? Those are the big decisions. I always love, you've probably heard me speak about these type of things in so many different ways, because it's one of the most important things that you do all day, every day, is how you think, how you feel, and how you choose, because that determines the direction of your life. And I want your direction to be amazing, to be, you have so much in the tank. And sometimes we get literally sidestepped and side railed and whatever all those words are, detoured, tripped up, dense, and it stops us because we let it. Because remember, it stops us because we let it. Because we thought our thoughts were not clear, our thoughts were incorrect, we went down the wrong path. So then it made us feel bad, feel angry, feel sad, and then we chose based on those emotions. Instead, if we would have just take a breath, stop for just a second, acknowledge what's happening, acknowledge what's going around you, think about it, think correctly about it, choose the right emotion, feel correctly, and then choose something that's going to push you forward. Because you got to understand, we're not in control of all the events and people around us. We're not. The only thing we're in control of is ourselves. That's it. I want you to run your ranch high and tight. I want you to decide your reaction. You to decide your attitude. You to decide what's going to push you forward. Stop choosing things that are going to hold you back. That will never do. We need you at your absolute best, at your full strength. Play full out. Thanks for hanging with me today. I love every second I get with you. Now get out there and make it rain today.